Hey guys, Patron Reseller here, back at you with another sourcing video. Today we're going to hit up 4 or 5 garage sales. Let's get started. This is the first sale for this video. Immediately I pick up a Lego. Hadn't sold yet. That has already sold. Only paid $2 for each one of those, so not bad there. Also picked up an American Girl doll. It's not listed yet. I think it's a truly me American Girl doll, so the value is probably not as good. I shouldn't have paid $8 for that like I did, but still, I think it'll get something out of it. There's a bunch of toys there. I didn't feel like looking up every single one of the toys, but they were pretty good prices, so I probably should have spent more time at this sale. I did spend, 30 minutes probably at this sale looking up stuff, so I did find some good things, I think. I don't show it in this clip, but I did find some Monster Jam trucks. Those have sold pretty well. I think I've sold 4 or 5 of them. I'll cover those in the summary when I show it, but I don't think I actually showed me picking them up in this clip. But also got some free plush. It's always good when you see a free pile and there's plush in it. Those little figures there might have been worth some money. I tried looking them up and I didn't see anything that looked like they were worth it, so I did pass on those. But there's the plush I pick up. A couple of them are in there. I don't show them, but I'll show them in a second for y'all. So at this first sale, y'all see me pick up a decent amount of stuff. There was a lot of different stuff here. Stuff I didn't actually show was some Monster Jam trucks. I sold a decent amount of them already. I paid $5 for probably, I think they were 75 cents each, so I'm not sure how many I bought, but I bought a decent amount of them. I already sold one for $9 right there, 9 plus shipping and 18 plus shipping. I sold another one for 15, that's right there. And then I sold another one yesterday, actually today or yesterday on Mercari. That one was Fire Megalodon, which is like a shark one. Those are all older ones. The newer ones aren't worth that much if you see them like new in the packaging at Walmart, but those are also exclusives. The Fire and Ice ones are usually exclusive to Walmart. At least they have been in the past. We also saw the Palace Pets stuff. That sold on Mercari, I think, for like $21, free shipping. So I think I only paid 2 or 3, so I probably made, $10 on that. Really not that great. I think I put it up at auction and it didn't sell, and then I put it up, buy it now, and then it did eventually sold on Mercari. Also picked up a couple plushies there. I got some for free. I think 1 or 2 of those have sold. I'm not sure which ones they were. I think they might have been a VeggieTales one that sold. Maybe that Mr. Lunt that sold for like $13. I'm not sure if he was in that lot or not. But one of the ones was this little Light Fury. I think I paid $4 for Light Fury and like $3 for Toothless. I do have them listed separately, but I think Toothless is listed for like 25 to 30, and then this one's listed for like 45 to 50. Based on the comps I saw, I think I was looking at the right thing when I looked her up. She was selling for like 45 to $50. So these 2 as well. And I can't remember if I picked up anything else there. I think I did pick up 1 or 2 more things, but that's all I remember is the Monster Jam trucks, the Palace Pets, and the plush. There was a lot of stuff at that sale. I picked up other plush as well. I just don't remember which ones they are at this point because I didn't show that well in the video. But yeah, that's it for that clip. Let's move on to the next clip where I find a decent amount of Funko Pops. At the next sale, I find a decent amount of Funko Pops along with the Squishmallow. And I'm going to show y'all some of the other stuff that was at this sale. It was a decent amount of good stuff. There's another Squishmallow there. There's like headband Squishmallows. Those aren't really worth anything. I did debate picking up more of those action figures I saw in that box. I think everything was $1 in that box. The video games, I'll talk about it more in the summary, but unfortunately someone beat me to most of the video games that were here. So I did miss out on a decent amount of video games. But it wasn't a very well advertised sale, which is good for me. Those were all empty containers, I think, of Pokemon cards. I'm not interested in selling the empty containers. Sometimes people might want them, but in general, those aren't going to be worth picking up to resell. Those Funko Pops in that box were all new in the packaging, and they were like $5 each. The Hex Bug stuff I thought was going to be worth it. I scanned it on Amazon. The rank was either really high or just wasn't really worth the money. Those shoes, I looked those up as well, and I don't think they were worth buying as well. There were some clothing there as well that newer clothing, so they really weren't worth the money. This is me also filming again the same kind of clip, just showing y'all some stuff. I filmed it in the wrong mode the first time, so just showing y'all again some of the stuff, maybe a little bit more in detail. I think I'm going to look at an item or 2 here that I'm not sure what it was exactly, but I'm going to show y'all this item here. I can't remember what that was, but I didn't pick it up obviously, and I'm going to come back to my pile, which y'all already saw. And then I'll take you to the summary where I've talked about what has sold so far. There were a decent amount of Squishmallow there, but the only one I picked up was Colin the Cow, which you can see him right there. So like I said in the last summary, this sale was a really good sale. This was one that was not advertised very well. I didn't see it on any map. Unfortunately for me, there was an estate sale down the street, so those people kind of trickled down to that garage sale. But the only place I saw this advertised was in a Squishmallow group that I'm in on Facebook. I didn't see it anywhere else. It wasn't on Facebook. I mean, it wasn't on actual Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't on Craigslist or Yard Sale Treasure Map or any of those other sites, or the local paper either. So I was lucky to get there. Unfortunately, someone else beat me there for the video games. They picked up a lot of video games. I wish I'd been able to get some. It wasn't any great titles from what I saw. It was mainly Xbox. There are some Xbox 360 games that are worth money. The vast majority of them, though, are not worth any money. But so I did pick up those Funko Pops. I paid $1 each for the loose Funkos. The one I paid $5 for, John Cena, sold for $29.99, I think, plus shipping. I think those were all, and the ones in the packaging they were charging $5. The loose ones they were charging $1. So I got I think 10 to 15 of the Power Armor. I'm not sure what exactly franchise it's from, but those sold for $100 plus shipping. It shows $131. That's what I listed them for. I took best offer of $100 plus shipping. I was like, why not? And then I also got that Colin the Cow Squishmallow. He sold super fast on Amazon for like $30 plus shipping, I think. I paid $5 for him. There were more Squishmallows there, but they were asking a tad too much for me to buy, and I didn't feel like, it felt weird to just stand there and scan each one, knowing obviously they probably would know what I was doing at that point. And I mean, sometimes I don't feel weird about that, sometimes I do. It just depends on the situation. And then I also got that little Star Wars figure. I think she should sell for, Sabine I think was her name, I think she should sell for like 30 to 40 as well. So yeah, just a really cool sale there. All the action figures were, loose action figures were $1. Stuff in boxes was a little bit too much for me, but because none of those Funko Pops were anything great. I did scan a decent amount of those because I could kind of hide and scan as I went, and just based on my knowledge of Funko Pops in the past and what they've sold for, if they have an exclusive sticker, they're probably worth a little bit more. Doesn't always guarantee that, but yeah, that's it for that sale. Some pretty good finds, I would say. I wish I'd been there for the video games. I was almost there. A guy got there right before me, and it wasn't the video game guy. It was an actual collector, so I'm glad that he was able to get some for his collection. On to the next clip. This next sale was interesting, and you see cats. That actually crawfish guy, he sold already at the booth that I share with Dawn. I'll talk about that in the summary, but yeah, there's a bunch of cats, and look at those little kittens. They're so cute. Doesn't that make you want a little kitten? Doesn't make me, but makes some people probably want a kitten. This sale, I did get to pick up the little crawfish. Like I said, I also picked up these. I gave some of them as a present to one of my friend's little boys. I did clean them before doing that, so I did disinfect them or whatever. They were just cars, you know, from the Disney Pixar Cars movie, probably the third one or the second one or the first one. I don't know which one they're from. That was some princesses. Maybe I should pick those up. My niece is having her birthday coming up soon, so I need to get some stuff for her birthday. I already got it. I actually bought it today, but that would have been a decent gift as well, probably. But I usually like to give, if I'm giving a gift, I either want to be able to disinfect it or give it as a gift. The Pokemon stuff, I passed on that. It wasn't worth it. It was just like a party favor, I think. So. And I'm showing stuff here. If y'all see something that looked interesting, let me know. There's little kittens. You gotta make sure I don't step on any. I'm gonna talk with this lady in a second about the kittens. Gotta make sure I don't step on a kitten.
I know.
There's one right there behind you.
I was thinking about what I was gonna do, but I can't lock them up.
Had to throw this sale in. Shout out Jessie's shop. She loves kitty cats, and they had like 5 or 10 kittens there. That was just random. That was a garage sale that was out in the boondocks, is what I would call it. The lady said that basically, you know, those kittens were, you know, 5 or 6 weeks. They weren't very old, obviously, as you could see. They were tiny little kittens. They were so cute, though. I did pick up a couple items there, though, which was random. That crawfish, the bronze, I guess you could call it crawfish, actually sold at the booth that I share with Dawn Southern Finds. Sold for $20, pretty fast, actually. So I think I paid $3 for that thing. I knew it would sell because it's unique, it's random, it's brash/bronze. Based on what I saw on eBay, it was selling for like $35 with free shipping, and that thing was big. I didn't feel like trying to ship it and have it break and everything. I figured in this area that'd be a good thing to put local in a booth, and it would probably sell pretty fast. So yeah, $20 for that little crawfish. Anytime I can get Cars figures, which is what one of those baggies was, I think it was like $3 or $4 for 5 to 6 Cars figures, I'm gonna pick those up. Those in general will sell for good money. The planes ones, like I've said in the past, are the best. If you can find Disney planes, you'll be able to recognize them. They have like the eyes. They have the eyes like the Cars do, except for their planes. There's only been one movie for that, so it's way harder to find those, and they're worth way more money. So yeah, make sure you're always on the lookout for those. Already sold one item for that sale, paid for everything. On to the next sale. The next sale, I'll pick up this board game, Spectre 1027 AD, along with that hat and whatever that little plushie was. I'm not sure what it was exactly. I can't remember at this point. I probably should have picked up that as well, the little lamp thing. It probably would have been worth the $1 or $2. I probably could have sold that in the booth if I had to guess, but I passed on that. There was a bunch of, they really valued their DVDs and CDs, $1 each. That's way too much at a yard sale. Now, there are profitable DVDs and CDs, as people know, but I'm just not going to take the time to go through every single one of those. If they were a bulk lot, I probably still wouldn't even buy them. Sometimes that kind of stuff can be good, the vacuum bags, I think that's what that was, but on this day I pass on that. This sale was a while ago, and this day I actually found like 3 or 4 different hats. I'll show you all the other video at one point where I found some better hats, but that hat was a decent hat. I hadn't sold yet, and I'll talk about it more in the summary. The Minion, maybe I should pick up the Minion as well. Sometimes those do well around Christmas time. Here's the next sale. I haven't actually sold anything from this sale yet. The Scepter 1027 AD game, I think it's probably worth around $50 to $60. It's not new, it's used. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is right now. It's somewhere in this house. You can see the mess behind me. At least I call that a mess. That's just this room. The rest of the house is just similar. It's probably in the garage somewhere if I had to guess, but another cool item, I don't remember what the plush was. I can't even remember what that was at this point, but this hat right here is kind of cool. It's Knox is the brand. Probably worth $60 to $70, I think is what I have it listed for. I'm not positive, might be a little bit more, but it was only like $5. Anytime I can find a hat that looks like this with the cool little feathers on it and everything for $5 or less, I'm gonna pick it up and list it. So yeah, a really cool find. I think it, like I said, good profits there between the game and the hat. Always pick up cowboy style hats like that. Stetson's a very good brand to pick up if you can find it. Found a decent amount, and they've sold pretty fast once I've actually gotten around to listing them. And that hat is listed, but it hadn't sold yet. On the next clip. Here's the last clip for this video. That Beanie Boo, I passed on it because it was huge and I haven't sold those yet. That one's a pretty good thing. Bratz, if you can find anything Bratz, especially new in the packaging, you should definitely pick it up. Also pick up that little orange guy. Pick up that little gal as well, Light Fury. The plush were only like 50 cents here, so I probably should have gotten more than I did, but I've been trying to cut down on how many I buy. I buy him because of Halloween's coming up, but I've been trying to cut down on what plush I buy. I'm trying to go with $20 or more. There's my footprint. I'll talk about that more in the summary. My footprint in the mud. It rained, I guess, somewhat recently on this day or something. There's also some shoes. That would look like other stuff. That, I debate picking it up. I think she was asking too much, like $10 or $20 for that thing. I don't remember what the price was, but it didn't look, it wasn't, like it wasn't a video game per se. So I pass on that. It was like one of those ones you plug and play. It wasn't a good video game. That's an overview of the stuff. So this last sale was kind of a cool one. I saw pictures online and I didn't realize how out in the remote boondocks it was, like that other one I was talking about earlier. This one was like, it was a random stretch of dirt road with like trailers on it. So I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. There's no way this is going to have anything. So I step out of the car, walk around the other side of the car, immediately step in a mud pit. So I'm like, great, now my shoes are all covered in mud. Perfect. Perfect start to a garage sale. I did find a couple items, as y'all saw in the clip. The first thing I'm going to show y'all is this Bratz baby hair flare. This little girl right here, Yasmin. Unfortunately, it is the packaging has some dirt and stuff on it, but the doll, to me, looks new. I don't think it's ever been opened, and she looks new in the packaging. So, unfortunately, there's not really any way to clean up the packaging too well, because I think some of that's residue on the inside, but it's new in the packaging. I only paid like $1 for it, I believe, so I have it listed for like $50 or $60, somewhere in that range. Gotten a couple inquiries so far. I think it'll sell in that range. The other item I picked up, Light Fury Build-A-Bear. If you ever find How to Train Your Dragon Build-A-Bear, you should be picking them up. They're not worth a crazy amount of money. Toothless is probably worth less than Light Fury. I have a couple Light Furies up there if y'all can see her. There's a couple up there. So this one I'm probably going to go ahead and sell. It does have the wings, which is an added bonus. Sometimes the wings, these are just an attachment via Velcro or hook and loop if you're going to list it that way and say that on eBay. Don't say Velcro. It's a Vero brand. Very confirmed Vero brand. Does have a sound box, but the sound box does not work. She will probably sell for anywhere from $30 to $50. The first one I ever got, I actually bought it, and then I found 3 or 4 since then. So I have way more Toothless than I do Light Fury, but I will probably go ahead and list her, get her sold, and get her out of here. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item I found, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching.